Have you ever woken up and just not felt like talking? Like you wish everyone would just be quiet for a day? Well, what if that wish came true for the entire planet? Imagine this. You wake up on a Tuesday. The sun's shining, birds are chirping, everything seems normal. You roll over, yawn, and try to say good morning to your partner, your cat, or just the empty room. But instead of your usual booming voice, or even your groggy morning murmur, all that comes out is a whisper, a tiny, faint, almost inaudible whisper. You try again. Clear your throat. Nothing. You can only whisper. You panic for a second, then check your phone. News alerts are flooding in, but the video reports are bizarre. The usually loud, boisterous news anchors are leaning into their microphones, whispering frantically. Social media is an explosion of text posts. Whisper apocalypse is trending worldwide. It turns out it's not just you, it's everyone. The entire human race, all 7.8 billion of us, has lost the ability to speak above a whisper. The first few hours are pure chaos, but a very, very quiet chaos. Think about your morning commute. The usual symphony of honking horns, screeching tires, and road rage-fueled shouting is gone. Instead, it's a sea of confused drivers, gesturing wildly, their mouths moving, but producing only the faintest hisses of frustration. Hey, I was trying to merge here, someone whispers from their car window, completely unheard over the sound of their own engine. Traffic police are having a nightmare. Their whistles still work, but their shouted commands are now just gentle suggestions carried away by the wind. Now, picture the workplace. An open-plan office, once a hub of ringing phones and chattering colleagues, now sounds like a library during finals week. The weekly team meeting is a disaster. The CEO is at the head of the long conference table, whispering his quarterly projections. Everyone's leaning in, straining to hear. What did he say? Did he say profits are soaring or slowing? Someone whispers to their neighbor. People are passing notes like they're in middle school. Productivity plummets, not because people are lazy, but because it takes 20 minutes to coordinate who's making the next coffee run. Psst, you want a latte? No. Okay, how about an Americano? Even emergencies become absurdly theatrical. An ambulance siren is still loud, but the paramedics, they're whispering. Okay, on 3, we lift. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The patient, meanwhile, is trying to whisper their symptoms. My appendix, I think it's bursting. It's a medical drama directed by someone who's really into ASMR. Firefighters arrive at a scene, their powerful hoses ready, but instead of shouting, "Clear the building," they're just urgently whispering it to anyone who happens to be close enough to hear. And what about the places that are supposed to be loud? A rock concert. The lead singer, famous for his powerful screams, is on stage, dramatically whispering the lyrics to his most famous anthem into the microphone. The crowd, instead of roaring, is whispering back. A mosh pit forms, but it's a polite, gentle, silent mosh pit. It's less smells like teen spirit and more smells like quiet contemplation. Or a sports stadium, the Super Bowl. The quarterback leans in to whisper the play to his team in the huddle. The crowd tries to do the wave, but the accompanying roar is just a collective, breathy whoosh. When someone scores a touchdown, the celebration is a sea of furiously pumping fists and silent, open-mouthed screams. Let's talk about the food industry. Going to a busy restaurant is an adventure. The host whispers to you, "Table 4, 2. You can't hear them over the gentle clinking of cutlery. The waiter comes to your table and whispers the specials. Did he say duck confit or stuck in traffic? You just point at the menu and hope for the best. Fast food drive-thrus are completely non-functional. You pull up to the speaker, whisper your order, and get a whispered, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" in return. It's faster to just park and go inside, where you'll join a long line of people pointing at pictures of burgers. Social media creators are having a field day, or a very quiet one. The loudest, most energetic creators are now posting videos where they're whispering intensely into their high-tech microphones. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be unboxing this incredibly loud toy. It's an ASMR paradise. Every video, from political commentary to makeup tutorials, is now a calming, tingle-inducing experience. The internet has never been so relaxed or so weird. Think about trying to call for help. You're in your apartment, you see a spider, you try to scream. All that comes out is a tiny, pathetic puff of air. The spider probably thinks you're blowing it a kiss. You drop something heavy on your foot. Your reaction isn't a loud yelp of pain. It's a sharp, whispered hiss, like a deflating tire. You stub your toe in the middle of the night, and the string of curses you unleash is just a series of soft, sibilant sounds in the darkness. It's almost impossible to be properly angry when you can only whisper. Arguments become intense, stare-downs with furiously whispered insults. I cannot believe you ate the last piece of cake. It was my cake, to begin with. It's hard to maintain outrage when you sound like you're sharing a secret. Parents have it the worst. Trying to discipline a child by whispering is completely ineffective. Go to your room right now. Just doesn't have the same impact. Kids, on the other hand, are thriving. The classroom is chaos. The teacher whispers, "Please, settle down." And the kids just keep on playing because they genuinely can't hear her over the sound of their own quiet fun. Bedtime stories are a hit, though. Every parent is now a master of the soothing, sleep-inducing whisper. But as the day goes on, something amazing starts to happen. People adapt. We start to rely on other things. We make more eye contact. We use more body language, big, expressive gestures. We become incredible pantomime artists. Communication becomes a physical dance. We learn to listen, really listen, leaning in, focusing on the person speaking. The world slows down. Without the constant barrage of noise, you start to notice other sounds. The rustling of leaves, the hum of the city, the sound of your own breathing. It's strangely peaceful. In supermarkets, strangers help each other, pointing out items, nodding, smiling. In parks, people sit closer together on benches to have a conversation. The world, in its forced silence, becomes a little more intimate, a little more connected. We are forced to be more patient, more considerate. You can't just shout over someone. You have to wait for your turn to whisper. By the evening, the world is a different place. Cities are bathed in a calm hum. People gather for quiet dinners. The global cacophony has been replaced by a global murmur. We've survived the whisper apocalypse. It was awkward, it was funny, and it was deeply, deeply strange. But we made it through, and then, the next morning, you wake up. You take a breath, open your mouth, and a loud, glorious "good morning" echoes through the room. Your voice is back. You can shout, you can sing, you can yell, and it feels amazing. You turn on the news, and the anchors are practically shouting with joy. The world erupts in a celebratory noise. Horns are honked for fun, people are cheering in the streets, and rock stars are screaming their lungs out. We've never been so happy to be loud, but maybe, just maybe, we learned something. Maybe we learned the value of listening. Maybe we learned that sometimes the most important things are said in a whisper. Or maybe we just learned that a world without shouting is a very, very weird place to be. One thing's for sure, you'll never take your voice for granted again. What's the first thing you would shout if you got your voice back? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more what-if scenarios. Until next time, stay curious.